Did Thomas Massie just lose the battle, or is he positioning himself for a much bigger war? Before we dive into the political chess match unfolding in Kentucky, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and allows us to bring you these in-depth analyses. So, the headlines are stark. Representative Thomas Massie, the conservative firebrand representing Kentucky's 4th Congressional District, has lost his GOP primary. The victor? Ed Galbraith, a challenger who secured the coveted endorsement of former President Donald Trump. This wasn't just any primary, it was a high-stakes clash that pitted an established, albeit controversial, incumbent against a Trump-backed contender. The defeat raises immediate questions about Massie's political future, but his immediate response suggests he's not one to fade into the background. In the wake of this loss, Massie issued a defiant declaration: "I won't be going away silently." This statement, delivered with a characteristic Massie blend of conviction and perhaps a touch of defiance, signals that this is far from the end of his political journey. For years, Thomas Massie has been a prominent figure in Washington, known for his libertarian-leaning stances, his often uncompromising voting record, and his vocal opposition to what he perceives as government overreach. He's clashed with both Democrats and Republicans, often prioritizing his principles over party loyalty. This independent streak, while earning him a dedicated base of supporters who admire his consistency, has also made him a target for those who see his approach as disruptive or unhelpful to the broader party agenda. The Trump endorsement for Galbraith was undoubtedly a significant factor. In today's Republican Party, a Trump nod can be a powerful accelerant, energizing a candidate's base and attracting significant attention. Galbraith, running on a platform that likely emphasized loyalty to the former president and a desire for a more conventional Republican representative, clearly resonated with a segment of the district's voters who may have felt Massie was too out of step or too willing to buck leadership. The primary outcome suggests that the Trump factor, even in races where an incumbent is considered strong, remains a potent force in shaping electoral results. But what does Massie's declaration truly mean? "I won't be going away silently." This isn't just a concession speech, it's a strategic announcement. It suggests several potential paths forward for the congressman. First, he could be signaling an intent to remain a vocal critic from outside Congress, using his platform as a private citizen to influence political discourse and advocate for his ideals. This could involve increased media appearances, writing op-eds, or engaging in grassroots activism. His strong online presence and his ability to generate significant media attention even when out of the spotlight suggest this is a viable option. Second, and perhaps more intriguingly, it could be a clear indication of a future electoral run. Massie might be considering a bid for a different office, perhaps a statewide position in Kentucky, or even a run in another district if opportunities arise. The language used suggests a preparedness to continue campaigning and to fight for his vision of governance. He has built a reputation for being a fighter, and this loss, while a significant setback, could be reframed as an opportunity to regroup, rebuild, and return with renewed vigor. He might see this as a chance to shed the constraints of incumbency and run a more direct, principle-based campaign without the baggage of legislative decisions. Another possibility is that Massie is positioning himself for a significant role within the conservative movement outside of elected office. Think of influential think tanks, media organizations, or advocacy groups where his voice and his extensive network could be leveraged to shape policy and public opinion. His brand of libertarian conservatism has a dedicated following, and there are many avenues through which he can continue to champion these ideas. The implications of this primary defeat extend beyond Massie himself. It serves as a stark reminder of the fluid and often unpredictable nature of political power, even for seasoned incumbents. It highlights the enduring influence of Donald Trump within the GOP and the challenges that candidates who deviate from the party line, or who are perceived as being out of sync with the party's current direction, can face. For Kentucky's 4th Congressional District, this outcome means a change in representation, a shift in the political dynamic, and a period of adjustment as a new voice prepares to take the helm. For the Republican Party as a whole, Massie's continued involvement, in whatever form it takes, will be a factor to watch. His ability to rally support and generate headlines means he will likely remain a significant voice in conservative circles. Whether that voice is aligned with the party's mainstream or continues to serve as a somewhat independent, sometimes critical, force will be determined by the choices he makes in the coming months and years. His "won't be going away silently" declaration is not just about his personal future, it's a statement that will undoubtedly reverberate within the broader political landscape. So, the question remains, is this the end of Thomas Massie's political career, or is it merely the closing of one chapter and the opening of another, potentially even more impactful one? The fight for the soul of the Republican Party, and indeed for the direction of the country, continues, and it seems Thomas Massie intends to be a part of that fight, one way or another. What do you think about Thomas Massie's defiant stance after his primary defeat? Is this the sign of a comeback, or the final chapter for a controversial congressman? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The political arena is always full of surprises, and it's clear Thomas Massie intends to keep us guessing. We'll be watching closely to see what his next move will be.